Welcome to the Korea Daily Briefing for July 7th, 2026. Let's get into the top stories making headlines today. We begin with the markets, where the Seoul Stock Exchange suffered a brutal sell-off despite blockbuster corporate earnings. The benchmark KOSPI plunged 395 points, or 4.9%, to close at 7,656 on Tuesday, as foreign investors dumped technology shares. The drop came even as Samsung Electronics posted a record second-quarter operating profit of 89.4 trillion won, up more than 18-fold from a year earlier on surging demand for AI memory chips. Investors instead fixated on fears that the global AI build-out may be overheating, sending Samsung shares down nearly 7%. Turning to diplomacy, South Korea's top diplomat is holding high-stakes trilateral talks in Turkey today. Foreign Minister Cho Hyun is meeting U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Japanese Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi in Ankara on the sidelines of a NATO summit. It's the first three-way foreign ministers meeting of the year, with talks focused on coordinating North Korea policy amid Pyongyang's advancing weapons programs and its deepening military ties with Russia. Back home in politics, the ruling Democratic Party is pressing ahead with a sweeping prosecution reform drive. Floor leader Han Byung-do announced the party will convene an extraordinary July session of the National Assembly and launch a task force to revise the Criminal Procedure Act. The push comes alongside renewed calls from both major parties to overhaul the National Election Commission after ballot shortages marred last month's local elections. In entertainment news, K-pop powerhouse ATEEZ has conquered the American charts once again. The group's new album, Golden Hour, Part 5 debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, moving 228,000 equivalent album units in its first week. It's ATEEZ's third chart-topping album and their 9th consecutive top 10 entry, beating out new releases from Olivia Rodrigo and Drake. And finally, a cultural bright spot in the capital as the 2026 Seoul International Garden Show surpassed 6 million visitors. City officials say they will expand evening cultural and hands-on programs at Seoul Forest through July and August to keep the crowds coming. That's all for today's Korea Daily Briefing. Thank you for watching.